um, Pokemon and Minecraft.
No,
Oh,
Terraria.
Oh, Terraria. Okay.
And also I like to play with my brother.
We're talking about Pearl. Pearl is the girl who started it all.
Pearl is the girl. That's right.
So what we mean by that is about 5 years ago, Andrew kept talking about having a little sister. And I couldn't have any more children, biological children. And he kept talking about how he wanted a little sister. And he would we had a cat, and he'd be like, I'll just pretend like this cat is my little sister. And he just went on and on about it for months. Not like every day, but it just kept coming up. And I said, so if you would like to get a little sister, huh, Andrew? What if we adopted a baby? He said, no. I don't want a baby little sister. I want one who's about my age. And he was about 6 or 7 at the time. Yeah, 6.
Sounds about right.
And I hadn't thought about that before, but Andrew has always been very sensitive child and insightful, I guess is a better word. And so I wondered, does Andrew know something I don't know? Because he was talking a lot about this sister. And so then other things happened and other things were introduced to us, and we decided to start the adoption process. And
We'll start looking into it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we thought, well, maybe we will adopt a girl who's about 5 years old, because that's what Andrew had requested. And started looking around and looked at different kids and didn't...
Well, and we looked, for those people who might wonder, we looked domestically, we looked
That's
all
true.
over the world. We looked at lots of different lists and lots of different places. Basically, yeah. So that's
and
where
we
we
were
started.
praying, and we ultimately felt led to China
Mhm.
and started looking at little girls about that age who were available for adoption from China and weren't really finding anything. And then a friend of mine emailed me and said, if you're looking for a little girl, let me introduce you to my little angel, is what she called her. And she sent us a photo. And that was in October of 2011. Yeah. We were out of town. I got this email with a photo of a little girl.
Was it the photo of Pearl in the background of her son's picture?
No, it was a photo of her in the little lemon dress.
Okay. Which one did we get first? Was
That
it-
one.
Okay.
So we got this photo. I showed Mike. It was Pearl. Do you remember that photo? You're in the little dress with lemons on it?
No?
Oh, I'll show it to you afterwards. I showed Mike, and because I had a very immediate response, and then Mike did too, that this was our daughter, that you were our daughter when we saw your photo.
Yep.
And so the reason my friend knew about Pearl was because her son, she was in the adoption process to bring home her son. And in one of the photos she had gotten, in the background was a little girl standing off to the side. And when she saw that little girl, she was overwhelmed by the feeling that she needed to find out who she was. Now maybe that sounds like an easy thing to do, but it's not. Orphanages are large, and very few children from each orphanage are actually listed for adoption. So and it was an older photo, so there just happened to be an older photo with, in the background, little tiny Pearl in the background.
How old at the time? Probably
3, 4.
Yeah.
She was super tiny. She was wearing pants, remember, that were huge on her and up to her chest.
And just sort of standing there.
Standing
wasn't
in the
she?
background. And so my friend Jessica started looking into it, asking around on different boards, and was able to find out who she was, and then was able to get more photos of her and more information about Pearl. So that felt very meant to be for both Jessica and for us. And so we started the adoption process, which was really scary because we knew that the adoption process was expensive. We knew that we didn't have that cash flow for that, but we also knew that Pearl was our daughter. I remember saying to Mike when we were so scared at the beginning that if we found out that Andrew was in China and that we had to pay $1 million to go get him, we would find that $1 million, and that Pearl was our daughter, and so that we would be able to go get her. And so we started the process. Now, Pearl was not your name in China. What was your Chinese name?
Yilin?
Yilin. Dang Yilin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we wanted Pearl to have a Bible name like our 4 boys had. So we started looking through and came across the scripture in the New Testament about how if a man finds a pearl of great price, he will sell all that he has to obtain it. And so we chose that name for Pearl because when we found her, we knew that we would sell anything, we would do anything to be able to complete the adoption process and bring her home.
And we did do a lot of those
Yeah.
things.
So
Exactly.
Pearl is our pearl of great price. And during that adoption process, we also found Esther, and she was listed with the same agency as Pearl. And really, because of Andrew somehow knowing that he had a sister named Pearl, or he didn't know a name, but knowing that he was missing this sister that he knew that was there, then brought home everybody else from China too.
Yep. First rock to fall in the avalanche.
So when we picked Pearl up, she was a doll. She was super cute, super happy to be adopted, or at least she seemed really excited. We had fun in the hotel room. We were swimming, jumping on beds. It was super fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So cute.
So let's
Pearl,
talk about Pearl now.
well, first I want to ask you, do you remember anything from when you were adopted and how you felt?
I think I was kind of excited. And
You were a little scared?
yeah,
Yeah. And were they nice to you at the orphanage?
kind of.
Some people were, yeah. You had some nice people, some loving people, and some not, huh? So,
Well, remember that when we were there, the last day we were in Pearl's city, we went back to the orphanage to visit her orphanage, and we toured the orphanage and saw kids there. And then as we were leaving, there was
they
We
told
were-
us when we were visiting that one of her nannies that loved her very much wasn't there that day.
was her day
Or
off.
that, no, she was at lunch.
Oh, really? I thought it was her day off.
And so we were like, oh, that's unfortunate that we didn't get to see her. So we were driving down the road, leaving your orphanage, and what happened, Dad?
So yeah, we were in the van, and suddenly there's this commotion. We heard people yelling behind us, and waving down the car, and so we didn't understand what they were saying because it was all in Chinese. So the driver backed up, and this nanny had finally gotten there and stopped
was,
the
like,
car.
sobbing.
She was really, really sad, but wanted to see Pearl one more time. And
You remember
and
that?
She was an older nanny. She was
She
kind
gave
of
you
an older
like
lady.
some nice things to drink and some candies. She was like your grandma there. You remember her?
My nanny or somebody else?
She was like the first nanny you had at the orphanage, not the one you would go home with, but the other one. She was an older lady, like your grandma.
Remember her?
She,
Yeah,
I
that-
don't remember she did any stuff.
You don't?
Well, that was
You
and
cried.
that was the first time Pearl really kind of showed emotion
Yeah,
about
she'd been with
leaving.
us for a few days. Pearl cried. This beautiful woman cried. She kept saying, "She's so smart. She's so smart." You know, like, and how much she loved her, and it was sad for all of us.
No, we were all
cried.
crying. Yeah, we were all crying.
But we knew Pearl was special from the moment we saw her. But that was just another moment where we knew she was. Now, Pearl, how old are you?
I am 9
9 years old.
and turning 10.
Yeah, you'll be turning 10 in October.
10 years
So
old.
Pearl's a little bean, small but mighty.
What do you like to do, Pearl?
I like to play with my siblings.
Yeah, you do. You like to play with your older brothers and your younger brothers. You're like sandwiched in between all these boys that love and adore you.
What are you good at?
I'm good at
You a little nervous?
kind of.
Kind of.
Why do you look at the camera
I
right
can
there?
see something you're good at here.
Yep.
Pearl's really good at any type of craft work.
Little
Little
things where you have to
details.
do little details. So she's done clay work and made cute little things with clay, you know.
Jewelry.
She's made jewelry.
Yep.
That I've worn. She's taken my old jewelry, made it to new jewelry. Really good at like origami and stuff with paper. Well, I think she's good. What else are you good at? Pearl is adored by especially boys.
Pearl has a mystique.
Yes,
I don't even
everybody
think
wants
she
to,
realizes she
yeah.
has it, but she does.
All the boys want to play with her. They fight over who can sit next to her in the car, or if they want, who wants to sleep in her room, who gets to sleep closest to her when they sleep in her room. You know, everybody always wants to play with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty popular.
She can be really silly sometimes, even though she's shy on camera, huh?
Pearl can be crazy.
Yeah, she can be silly and fun. Pearl does not like when we're making these videos to be on camera too much, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people ask, like, think that somehow she's a little disenfranchised or something by that, but it's just us trying to help Pearl not feel so uncomfortable. Pearl, you love to hike, huh? No. So Pearl, in your orphanage, you guys didn't get a lot of exercise, huh? Like, you guys did mostly what? Yeah, so it was a small space. You guys watched TV, played with toys on the floor, right? So when we picked Pearl up, she wasn't super used to walking around, huh? Yeah, and so but she's gotten a lot stronger. You're pretty strong now. So still not, hiking of all the activities to do is still not her favorite. So now that we've been on this RV trip, maybe what are some of your favorite activities that we've done?
You like swimming, right? Like swimming.
Let's see.
You like exploring.
You like exploring?
So that's the fun part about hiking.
Yeah.
Well, I think you liked when we were at the place we climbed all around those rocks.
Garden of the
Remember?
Gods?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah. Did you like Central Park in New York City?
That big park we walked through.
You love the beach. I never even see you when we go to the beach because you just disappear and go play.
Well, we do see her. We'll keep an eye.
Well, Pearl, also, you've really loved seeing your cousins, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. She likes having friends and playing games and stuff like that, huh? You like to read a few books. So you probably like to do anything that has to do with crafting, making stuff. You like running around and jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of that you want to tell people about yourself? No. So Pearl, you've been home for almost 4 years. You have a lot of memories of China, but you don't remember Chinese anymore, right? It's hidden somewhere in her brain. We imagine someday if she wants to, she could probably pick up that language pretty easily. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Well, we love Pearl.
Yep,
We're
glad we
just-
got her.
Feel really grateful. We were so in love with her from the moment we saw her, and we're grateful for the role she plays in our family. She's a good big sister. She's a good little sister, and she is just has a magnetic personality. You know what that means? It means people are drawn to you like a magnet. She is smart too.
She's really smart.
All right.
She picked up reading real fast when she got home. I remember that.
Yeah. Picked up reading.
You learned how to read English really quickly.
She came home and was in like the middle of her kindergarten year or the end and hadn't gone to school yet, but you picked up reading and English really, really quickly.
That's good handwriting.
Beautiful handwriting.
All right.
All right. We love you, Pearl.
Good girl.
Thanks for being in the video, even though I know you hate it.
Good sport.
Thanks, guys. So watch, we have 4 more kids still to do. Pearl's in the middle. She's got 4 younger siblings, 4 older siblings. So we will continue to work on these and release them. See you later.
Bye.